What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are back in Elden Ring, and in this video I will be showing you how to beat the Tree Sentinel boss. The Tree Sentinel will be one of the first bosses players run into in Elden Ring, and the fight can be pretty tough if you are not prepared for it. So in this video I will be sharing my Tree Sentinel boss fight method, but I'm not saying there are no other ways of beating this boss, this is just the method I prefer. Now let's hop right into it. First up, we're going to cover some prep work, as there are some things that you can grab and craft that will make this fight a lot easier. But before we get into the prep, I will say I would avoid this boss at the very start of the game, as you should probably level up a little bit more and increase the amount of flask usages you have. So if you are not aware, you can find the Tree Sentinel boss outside the Church of Elleh in Limgrave. All of the items I will be showing you in this video will also be found in Limgrave, so it's very easy to get everything you need and then start the boss fight right away. Now the very first item you will want to get for this boss fight will be the Torrent Mount. To get this mount, you will need to run to the site of grace outside the Gatefront ruins. When you get to this site of grace, you will want to sit down at it. This will start a cutscene with Elleh. Elleh will offer to become your maiden, and you will need to accept this offer to get the spectral steed whistle, which you can use to summon Torrent whenever you need him. On screen, I will now show you how to get to this site of grace from the Church of Elleh. To get the next item you will want for this boss fight, you're going to need to fast travel back to the Church of Elleh. If you fast travel back to the church after getting Torrent, time will automatically jump to nighttime and there will be a new NPC at the church named Renna. Renna will only appear if you fast travel back to the Church of Elleh. Running back to it on foot will not trigger her to spawn, so you need to make sure you fast travel back to this location for her to appear. Then you will need to talk to her and she's going to ask you if you can summon Torrent. And if you tell her you can, you will get two items, which will be the Spirit Calling Bell and the Lone Wolf Ashes. And the final item I would suggest getting for this boss fight will be the Roa raisins. You can get these by collecting the Roa fruit from the red bushes scattered all around Limgrave. With that Roa fruit, you can open up your crafting menu and make Roa raisins. You will need to use these to heal Torrent in this boss fight, as you will need to make sure Torrent doesn't die while you are fighting the Tree Sentinel. If you can't craft the Roa raisins because you don't have a crafting menu, you will need to talk to Elleh, who will be in the Church of Elleh, and purchase the crafting kit from him. This will give you access to the crafting menu, allowing you to make the Roa raisins. Now that you have all of these items, you will want to equip them and get ready to face the Tree Sentinel. The first thing you should do before starting this fight will be to sit down at the site of grace in the Church of Elleh. This will refill your health and FP, allowing you to use the Lone Wolf Ashes. After this, swing wide to the right and take out the goats in this area. Make sure you do this without the Tree Sentinel seeing you, because if he sees you, the fight will start, and you will not be ready for it. I only suggest killing these goats because these guys can completely screw up your fight, because you will auto-target them if they get too close to the Sentinel, and it can be extremely annoying. So go ahead and get them out of the way before the fight starts. Then mount up on Torrent and start the Tree Sentinel fight. Now if you go slowly and control yourself, this fight will be extremely easy. You can run up to the Tree Sentinel, get a few hits in on him, then jump or dash away and repeat this process until the boss is dead. Of course, this might take a little longer, but it's a lot safer. I died many times to this boss due to me being greedy and trying to go in for a few extra hits. So instead of just rushing in like a lunatic, take things slow. And keep your eyes on the boss, especially his arm holding his weapon, as his attacks will be very obvious. He will perform an attack, then he will need a second to recover from this attack. During this time, go in and hit him twice. I wouldn't push it further than 2 attacks at a time, because again, you don't want to be too greedy, because things can go wrong very fast during this fight. For example, he could kill Torrent and dismount you, and if you get dismounted, you end up laying on the ground completely exposed, waiting for this boss to kill you. But that's why we have the Roa raisins. If you get hit, run away and quickly use a raisin to heal Torrent up so you don't get dismounted. Then you just need to get into the rotation of waiting for the boss to charge at you, then you can jump over the boss, land behind him and hit him twice in the back, then run away. This will be the rotation that you will want to use until the Tree Sentinel is dead. Things to be aware of in this fight will be that this boss will have a lot of horizontal reach. But using Torrent, you can actually double jump over this boss and land behind it and hit the boss from behind where he will be exposed. You can even double jump over his horizontal attacks if you time it properly. Also, you need to make sure you avoid hitting this boss on his left side as often as you can. The left side of this boss will be protected by the massive shield he is holding, so try to aim for his back. Also, make sure you don't sprint during the fight. Instead, save your stamina to dash away when the boss gets too close to you or after you hit the boss twice. You always want to make sure you keep distance from this boss until you are going in for a hit. Now during this fight, there will be a point where the Tree Sentinel will raise his shield and the shield will start to glow yellow. As soon as you see him do this, use those Lone Wolf Ashes. This will give you a small boost in support damage and take the boss's attention off of you, giving you a chance to breathe and heal yourself or Torrent. But again, using the rotation of waiting for the boss to charge at you, then jumping over the boss to get behind him, then hitting him twice in the back and then dashing away will be the safest way to kill this boss. You can do this rotation with a melee weapon or a ranged weapon, but I did have an easier time with the melee weapon. And when this boss is dead, you will get the Golden Halberd weapon. But anyways, that's gonna be pretty much it. But before this video ends, I just wanted to let you know that I plan on creating a lot of videos for Elden Ring, like more boss fight guides on this channel. So if this video has helped you, please consider subscribing to this channel, as I'm sure my future videos will help you as well. And if you are enjoying the content and want to help support the channel, you can also become a channel member and have your name shown at the end of every video I create. I am also currently streaming my very first playthrough of Elden Ring on Twitch. You can find a link to my Twitch channel and a link to the YouTube channel membership section in the pinned comment below. But anyways, I hope this video has helped you and thank you for watching.